So it's time to get on to the tea video, you guys. I'm happy y'all are here, but now it's time to talk about hot topics. So the other day, you guys, it was a lot of Twitter clips going around of Usher like performing live and doing his big one. And people were saying, Usher needs to do the Super Bowl. So my question to ask all of y'all, do y'all think like Usher would be a great Super Bowl next year? Now I'm thinking, and I love Usher, but maybe I would just have to just go through his songs and catalogs and play some stuff to think if I wanted to hear him. But in all honesty, nobody has done the Super Bowl over the last couple of years where I've just been blown away. So if Usher wants to do Super Bowl, hand the Super Bowl over to Usher, honey, because I haven't, like, who did it this year? I can't remember. Rihanna did it this year. You haven't seen my reaction. It's the most disappointing reaction. Who else did the Super Bowl? I think the year before that, it was Snoop Dogg and Mary J. Blige, and they was okay. I do love Mary. I love Snoop, but they I just don't know. The last people that just did it for me is Coldplay, just because they brought out Beyonce. No shade, girl. On Coldplay, they brought out Beyonce, then they brought out Bruno Mars, fine ass, okay, girl. And then Katy Perry. Katy Perry did excellent. Oh my God. Katy Perry did excellent from the top to bottom. Lady Gaga was boring. Let me think about it. Let me honestly think who can do it next year. Don't even get in the comments with no new girls. Y'all know in order to do the Super Bowl, you have to be like well into your career. I don't even know if I don't know if she's marketable for the Super Bowl anymore. Because Super Bowl is all about marketable. Like you would have to be marketable. I feel like if she laid, you better lay low. If Nicki lays low and she don't do all these petty games on social media, she just does the music. She can do the stuff. She can throw the little jabs in the music, but we can't have her on Twitter ratchet and ghetto. But I feel like if she lay low, we be cool. She put out some good tunes. Is Nicki a great performer? Nicki is a okay performer. Nicki's a okay performer. I wouldn't give her excellent performer. I wouldn't give her like wonderful. She did her big one. But we literally got Rihanna there, pregnant, waddling around this year. And she went up, she went down. She went up, she went down. She whined, she rubbed on her stomach, and she was out. Okay, so we got that from Rihanna. Nicki would be okay. Like if I'm for my entertainment, I can't really think of. Ooh, get Olivia up out of here. It being messy talking about Nicki finna have that purse on the Super Bowl stage. Yo, Nicki would have that purse. Oh my goodness. That's some funny shit. Nicki would have that purse on the Super Bowl. I don't know, man. I don't know. I will be totally down for Usher if Usher does perform. But like I said, that's not my first choice. And I don't know if Nicki Minaj is my first choice either. We're going to have to sit on it. Maybe I'll do a video later on in the year as time progresses. And we'll do like Super Bowl predictions or whatever. But moving on from that topic right on to the next topic that I'm upset about. Chloe Bailey is my girl. And I just want to get this piece over real quick. And then we're going to move into like the positive pieces about my girl Chloe. So Chloe has been doing mega hella press, and she stopped over at the Breakfast Club the other day, and DJ Envy and Charlamagne the God were interviewing her. So they're talking about the album because she just has a new album called In Pieces Out. Make sure if you haven't streamed it, go stream it. Watch my reaction. Okay, girl, plug myself. But they're talking about the album, and it's very clear that DJ Envy is kind of lost. He doesn't really understand what's going on or what's being talked about. Chloe clocks that tea. She clocks that tea, and she asks him like, "Have you streamed my album In Pieces?" And Envy is kind of marching around the question, and she's like, "No, have you streamed my album In Pieces?" So he's like, "Oh, I streamed the album. It's a great album." And she says, "Okay, what's your favorite song from my album?" So the man says, "Have Mercy," and I'm looking like it's not even bombastic side eye. It's full blown stare. Like he says, "Have Mercy," and you can clearly tell that Chloe's like, "I know this nigga did." you can tell that Chloe like, "I know this nigga did." I would tell this set the fuck up. Chloe was looking like I was so embarrassed, but this happens time after time. It's embarrassing actually for you to be so interested in me. You love me as an artist, blah blah blah. However you want to spin it. You feed me all that, and then I get here on your platform to promote my new album, and you don't know nothing but the damn album title. You ain't even go listen to the first 30 seconds, skim through a record, do any of that. It's embarrassing. And definitely with the platform the Breakfast Club has, like they got a big ass platform. Everybody who's anybody other than Beyonce comes up there. And it's like, y'all need to be playing the music, getting the album played. The first, albums, it ain't like the album is a fucking 2-hour movie. The album about 33 minutes. You play that shit before she get there. It's fresh on your mind. And then you tell her, I like this one. I like that one. Exactly. Could have Googled the track listing. I'm pretty sure he probably had the track listing up already. Probably could have looked down real quick and pulled some shit off that. But anyways, let's move on from that Chloe situation to the next Chloe situation. Chloe did her show in Atlanta the other day, girl. It was sold out. Oh my God. It was packed. The building was packed, honey. And special guest was in the building, aka Halle Bailey. They was able to perform a couple songs from the Ungodly Hour album, and I Absolutely Live. They wasn't able to tour during that album release because it was COVID in 2020, X, Y, and Z. So to see them on stage in Atlanta doing a big one, a sold out. Oh, girl, I act like I was there, but I was on Twitter. I was on Twitter under the hashtag this tour refreshing, girl. Like I was getting it live, like live updates. Like I was getting live updates because they looked amazing and they looked so good. They sounded so wonderful. I'm so proud of Chloe. Hopefully Chloe is going to be opening the Renaissance tour. Moving on from that situation to the next topic that I want to talk about, girl, Tokyo Toni. Tokyo Toni is the fool. She's a mess and I live. She is my guilty pleasure. She's my dirty little secret. I live. Now she's been picking up a lot of attraction over the last couple of months again, because she fall off and on, girl. She's been picking up a lot of attraction, but I've been watching her YouTube channel for about a year, and she's a full-blown key on this channel. She tell you cannot get up in the comments and talk to her, ask her, do none of that. Not hit that keyboard and get in the comments. If you have not hit her Cash App, you got to go hit her Cash App at Prissy Payments, baby. You got to go hit her Cash App at Prissy Payments. I live. Now, she does an interview with Mehgan James the other day, and Mehgan James has been going viral. Mehgan James asks, have you done any drugs? Are you on drugs? What's tea with the drug? Toni ends up replying, I've never done drugs, but I have tried. I have tried cocaine. So this clip goes viral, and Toni is not having it. She is not having it. So she ends up getting on her YouTube page and she's going live and she's cussing out Mehgan and she's giving her death threats. It's gonna happen, that's gonna happen, whoop gonna happen. She said that Mehgan, I'm really about it, and if I catch you, it's going down. Then also in the interview with Tokyo and Mehgan opens up about not having a relationship with her birth mother. So when Mehgan opened up to Tokyo Toni about this, it was a real intimate moment. They talked real deep. Even Tokyo prayed with Mehgan. So the next day, Tokyo Toni live and she's talking about I see why your mother left you, bitch. And I'm just falling out. I'm getting the good key. I'm getting the nastiest key. Now, I say all this to actually divert and switch subjects. This didn't even, what I want to actually talk about didn't even have to do anything with Mehgan. I couldn't overlook it. But that Mehgan situation was crazy. Now let's talk about something that was brought up in the interview. And I want y'all to listen to me a little bit and just tell me if I'm kind of scratching, kind of, getting manipulated or what. So in the interview with Mehgan James, Mehgan asked Tokyo Toni and said, what's going on with you and Blac Chyna? Why don't y'all have a relationship? What's going on? X, Y, and Z. And Tokyo said that the reason that her and Blac Chyna does not have a relationship is because Blac Chyna lied. Blac Chyna said that, Tokyo did not raise me. She didn't take care of me. I was in my grandmother's possession all of my life, X, Y, and Z. Now, the grandma has unfortunately passed away, so she's not able to vouch for that. Now, I don't know if I watched the Zeus show back in the day, but when they had the Zeus show, this subject was a very hot storyline. Now, Tokyo and Blac Chyna went out to eat, and we're having the conversation of the grandmother raising Blac Chyna. And Tokyo took her phone and she shoved it over to Blac Chyna. She said, we got auntie number here, we got cousin number in here, we got everybody's number in here. call any one of our family members, and I want them to say, Tokyo didn't raise you. It was grandmama that did it. Blac Chyna refused multiple times. I want to call anybody to vouch for her. So ever since then, Tokyo has this hatred towards Blac Chyna. Now, I say all that, I give y'all the backstory to say, do y'all believe that Blac Chyna was not raised by Tokyo Toni? I don't believe it. I don't believe it. I really don't believe it. I feel like it was something that was said for a storyline on Zeus, which is crazy to do that. But I feel like when that was said by Blac Chyna, I felt like Tokyo, it just did her in. Now, I gave you the backstory about Blac Chyna and her mom's relationship. Now, Tokyo Toni ends up going live the other day, and she gets a random text message from Blac Chyna, and Blac Chyna is texting her like, hey, love you, mom, just checking on you. Now, Tokyo Toni was on live, full blown, just crying, emotional breakdown, honey girl, just crying and crying. And she said that the text message so much to her. I was giving her a bombastic side eye. Y'all know I'm just passing out bombastic side eye all year. That's all I have to offer to the girl. But we're praying for that relationship. I don't know if it's gonna change. I don't know. I really doubt it's gonna do anything other than be up and down and rocky house being. My daughter, take me down. This is her right here. Take me as I'm straight this out. No, people didn't give me money while I was